Hello friends, welcome for today's video. So today we are discussing about final account system under branch accounting. So branch accounting, under that it is classified as dependent branch, independent branch. In a previous video, we have already discussed various methods under dependent branch, that is data system, stock and data system. Now we are going with the last method, that is final account system. Now what do you mean by final account system? It is very simple. We are going to add trading and profit and loss account, including the preparation of datas and branch accounting. But there is a slight difference compared to that and this. Remember what we are going to do. First, let us understand the background, why we are preparing trading and profit and loss account. So when a head office has different branches in different place, let us assume that head office has a branch in Patna, head office has a branch in Bangalore, head office has a branch in Chennai. So we prepare, that is head office prepare a branch accounting which gives a clear information of what is the stock going to that particular branch, what is the stock coming from that particular branch, what is the expenditure taken in branch, and what is the profit. But as a head office, if it wants to know what is happening with all of its branches, it tries to prepare a memorandum branch trading and profit and loss account. We are going to follow the previous method of T format of preparing trading and profit and loss account. It is a old way of preparing trading and profit and loss account. And here there is small changes. One information which we have to make sure we remember is the account are usually prepared in cost price. That means can't take the price which is including the profit. Example, when the opening stock is sent from head office to the branch, which is plus profit, then we have to remove that percentage of profit and consider only the cost price of the opening stock, closing stock, or goods sent from head office to branch. If you remember, we were treating till now branch accounting under a data system. It was treated as nominal account. But when it comes to final account system, branch account is treated as a personal account. Fine, because it is considered that it is trading with the branch, which is more in the nature of personal account. So let us understand trading and profit and loss account and final account system with the problem. So let us go to the problem. So this is a question. A Kolkata trading firm has a branch at Patna on which the goods are charged out at a cost plus 25%. So please remember, this is very important. You can highlight it or underline it. This is cost plus 25% profit. So you remember we have discussed problem on cost plus profit. We have also discussed problems on invoice plus profit. We've also understood theory of branch accounting, and we have also solved simple problems on branch accounting, which you can find in various different parts, that is part 1, part 2. If you don't know where it is, you can always look into the description. There's a link attached. You can click on the link to understand specific problems on cost plus profit also. So let us continue with the question. Branch keeps its own sales ledger and remits daily all cash received to the head office. All the expenses are paid from the head office. So what are the transaction which is taking place between head office and branch? So there's opening stock, opening datas, petty cash, cash sales, collection on datas account or ledgers account. You can understand in both the ways. Goods sent by head office, goods returned to head office, bad debts, allowance to customer, that is any allowance which is being given to the debtors, return inward, that is goods returned by the debtors, check sent to branch for what purpose. So as head office should take care of the expenses, rent, wages, salary and expenses is paid by the head office for the branch. Then there is a closing stock, closing debtors, and petty cash, which includes 50 rupees, which is remitted. That means there was an outstanding of 50 rupees, which has to be sent from the head office, from the branch to the head office, which has been remitted. So the balance is 500. If you see, the opening balance is 450, the closing is 500 including 50. If you remove 50, it is 450. So it is impress system, because Opening and closing is the same amount. So what we are supposed to do, we're supposed to prepare branch account and trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 2005. So let's start with the problem. So in the books of Kolkata Trading Company, head office for the year ended 31st December 2005. Okay, because it starts from 1/1/2005. So here it is very simple. Let us understand what are the opening stock. Opening stock should have a debit effect. So stock, debtors, petty cash. All the three I can put it here on the debit side. So opening stock is 55,000. Debtors and petty cash 550 and 450. So what is the next one? Goods sent by head office. So goods sent by head office. And there is a goods returned to head office 1500. Both I will consider and find out what is the final amount, that is 98,500. Remember, this is also including profit. This is also including profit. So let us go for the next one. That is the amount which is being spent by the head office on the branch. So to bank, because money is going out for rent, wages, salary. So the total is 8,500. So we are also receiving money to the head office. That is, there is a cash sales which is taken place by the branch, which has to be sent to the head office. Collection on debtors is 1,05,000. So total, so by bank together, it is 1,18,250. Now let's remove the profit which is being added to the cost. Sorry, added to the stock. So opening stock will have on the opposite side. So opening stock is 55,000. If you remember, we have done various problems on this. If you look into the previous problem, the way of removing is for cost plus profit, opening stock 55,000 into 25 by 125, 100 plus 25%. There is a formula also which we have discussed. So we have identified what was the profit added to the stock, opening stock. Let us identify for the goods sold also. Goods sent to the branch, that is 19,500. So there's a closing stock in the problem, 60,000. So what is the profit it is add? Again, same, using the same formula which you can see in the previous videos, that is 12,000. Now let us go for the closing debtors and petty cash. So the total here is 2,24,450, which I can see here, and the total of this is 1,75,000. So highest amount is on the debit side, sorry, credit side. So I will put both the side, highest amount, and I have to identify the profit. The profit is the difference, and the profit is 49,450. Okay, so now let me prepare debtors account. Usually debtors account will be prepared in the beginning if there was opening balance or closing balance not given. Now in this problem, both the information is given. Still there might be some information which is required for us. So let us prepare debtors account. So opening balance is 550, I can see here. The closing balance is 15,000. And I'll put all this information together. That is, collection from debtors is 1,05,000. So there is a bad debt 1,500. Allowance to the customer 1,250, and return inward 2,500. So the total year is 1,25,250, and here it is 550. So obviously this side it is more. So highest amount both the side. So there is a difference. If you look into the format, you can find out if there is a balancing figure this side, what should be there? It should be either it should be a opening balance, or it should be a closing balance, or it should be sales. So sales is the difference is nothing but the credit sales, 1,24,700. Fine. Now we have to prepare trading and profit and loss account. You all know what is the format. So the format is, you have to start with the opening stock. Remember, opening stock is 55,000, and we have to remove the amount which was added to it. What is the profit which was added to it? Here it is there already, 11,000 for opening stock and 19,700 for closing, sorry, goods sent. So let's start with opening stock. So 55 minus 11, 44,000. Then for the goods sent, 98,500 minus 19,700. So you know how we got this. Any other thing which has to be considered? Yes, wages. So wages is a direct expenses. We have to put it here, 1,500. Anything else? That's it. So let us go for the next one. Sales. So there are two types of sales. One is cash sales, 13,250, and there's a credit sales, 1,24,700. So by sales, you can put together both. So we have got, there is a total of 1,37,950, and there is a return from the customer for 250. So we have to consider that also and find out what is the total sales. And there is a closing stock for 60,000. Remember, 60,000. We have to remove the profit which was added, that is 12,000. So 60 minus 12 is nothing but 48,000. So the total this side is 2,83,450, which I can see here, and the total of this side is 1,24,300. So let's find out what is the difference. So highest amount both the side, and the profit, the gross profit is 59,150. I have to bring it down. Why? Because there are other expenses which is related to this. So if you remember, we are not supposed to take petty cash opening and closing, because petty cash will go to cash account. Yes, if you remember, there is a 50 rupees which is added here, the income which I have to consider, and goods returned I have already taken, bad debts I have to take, allowance to customer I have to take, and rent I have to consider, salary I have to consider, because wages I have already taken. So let us take all the expenses. Before that, let me bring down the balance and the other income, miscellaneous income. Now let us put all the expense. So rent 2,500, salary 1,500, bad debts 1,500, customer allowed to customer. There is a discount which was given, that is 1,250. So highest is this side, it is 59,200. Obviously this side it is not that much, it is only 6,750. So highest amount both this side. So let us find out what is the profit. The profit is 49,450. So see here very carefully. See, we have got 49,450, a profit which was made from Patna branch. And if you see the branch account, we will have the same profit of 49,450. So we prepared branch account to know what is the effect of individual branch. Then we prepared debtors to know opening or closing. So opening or closing, both the information was given, and I was able to identify the difference was credit sales, because it has been given for the debtors. Obviously it will be credit sales. Now please focus here, understand this. why we have prepared trading and profit and loss account. Remember here, for example, if this was, let us assume this is Patna branch. So this is the effect of Patna branch, and this had a different one more branch. Let us assume Bangalore branch. So whatever is the entry, for example, whatever is the opening stock, let us assume the opening stock was 10,000, and there was some amount here. So all the information will be entered in this column, and let us assume I made a profit from the branch of Bangalore. I had a profit of 10,000. So now head office, it will know easily what is the total profit it is made from the both the branch. So from Bangalore, I got 10,000, and from Patna branch, I got 49,450. So I'll have one more column, which gives me the final balance. So 49 plus 10, 59,450. So that is the reason I prepare trading and profit and loss account, so that I know the effect of all the other branches and find out what is the final profit I have made. It is important, no, as a head office should know what is the final effect it is getting from all the branches, whether it is making profit or loss. So that is the purpose of having trading and profit and loss account. So I'll just remove this Bangalore. So it is assumed, it is understood, if there were multiple branch, it will have multiple columns and one column which gives a final effect. So whatever is the all the three branches has opening stock, finally total opening stock, all the three branches goods sent, total of goods sent. So I'll have each column for understanding the effect of each branch, and one column to know the overall effect of the total branch and total profit I have made. So just a summary, we prepared branch account, then we prepared debtors account, then finally we prepared trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st December in the books of head office. So this is very simple and easy to understand. Any doubts, please make a note of it. You can leave it in the comment. Thank you guys.